Hello everybody and welcome back to another video, and as you can see I'm back where it all started, back at the bridge, Burrows Bridge, where I made a video challenging Halton Borough Council to explain themselves basically on what they're doing around here. And since then it's been a roller coaster of information, events, questions, and they seem to be ramping it up on their side too, and we will go into that in a minute, but this video in particular is going to be addressing road networks. Now, it's very easy to focus on the green issue, the wildlife issue, the flood issue, because it's so damaging to the environment around us. But there's also another equation to this, which is road networks. This area is very tightly packed, and to get to this point here you need to build either another bridge or go across this one. Now, this bridge isn't listed yet. Let's hope we can get it listed, because if they don't get it listed, you can imagine what damage they're going to do to it. Not just by traffic that's too heavy for it, which will damage it, but also the area surrounding this area. Look, like this crane here, this can be removed if they have the way. But what we're going to do is we're going to explore the road network around this area and how feasible it is. If you like this video and if you support this cause of stopping the development on the green space over here, then please like and share this video, plus subscribe, but also sign the petition. This is in the link below. The more signatures we get, the better, and also support local parties who are in opposition of this, because far too long Labour have held this seat and they've managed to get away with absolute murder in this town. It's time we put a stop to that. Anyway, let's go and have a little look around, shall we? Okay, so a little vantage point. We're on Burrows Bridge right now. I'm going to turn round and walk down this road, and as you turn around this corner you look and you go, wow, it's amazing. Everything is so nice around this area. Soon to be not really. You can see they've been doing stuff. I mean, already you can see that just by looking at it, it's the amount of stuff. I mean, I know it's weeds in a sense, but this is the sign of things to come, really. And what they're planning on doing around here, it seems criminal to me. So I'm just going to have a look down here and see how far they've come in feasibility studies and what have you. So what is the purpose of this? Can anyone just tell me what this sign means here? If you're in the building trade, or what studies they're doing. TPBB07 there. What does that mean? If that doesn't strike fear in your heart, I don't know what does. Essentially, the digger in there, no, it's not breaking ground or anything, but they've dug a little hole there. And yeah, it's just such a shame to see that alongside the green space that we've got left. I think Kelly said this on the group, that posters are being ripped down, and they're just, I mean, look, there's one right there, and I can't get to it without, getting in the way. I wonder if I can get to it. So I can't grab it. Hang on. So you've got that one there, and you've got the original ones which I put up, and this beautiful sign here. It looks even better now than it did before. It's really good, and the colours and that, it's weathered really well. But there's no way that was done by the weather. It's been ripped down. I'm going to take this sign away now, because it's had its day, and maybe come back with a few more cable ties. Look, that's been cut off. So people have cut it off on purpose. Anyway, I'm going to turn around and go back now. Oh, hang on, I better pick this up. On a side note, by the way, I've been taking down posters that are no longer relevant. The ones that look a bit torn or a bit worn out. I encourage you that if there is any posters that are irrelevant now, take them down and replace them with the newer one. What I've seen is that the leaflets that are stayed up, the posters that I put up around near where I live, I'm going to put the new ones in exactly the same places, because they've lasted this long. So that means people aren't taking them down because they either can't see them or they don't go past that route. You don't want to keep spending money on posters and leaflets and what have you if they're just going to be ripped down a day later, which is what I found nearer to Norton Bridge, the Hunt Bridge. Because every time I put one up, they take them down again within 24 hours. So someone around that area obviously doesn't want posters to be up. Only focus on areas that are relevant, I suppose. And one other thing, by the way, how about, I might do another video on this, but I'll say it in this one too. Everyone who's got a leaflet now, who's part of the group or whatever, put it in your window. Because if this one house in each street does that, then you've got a code on every street, which people can scan or people can see. And it becomes harder to ignore then if it's less localised and it's more spread out across Runcorn. Imagine that, if we could do that. Just have a like say there's a guy not far from me on the canal in a bungalow. I think it's a bungalow anyway, I think, off the top of my head. And he not only put it in his window, but he put it on his door and everything. He hasn't put the new one up yet, so where's the new poster, sir? If everyone just put up the leaflet in the window or on the door of their house, it's private property, it can't be torn down, and it covers a lot more ground. What do you think? Okay, so we're on Burrows Bridge now. Again, beautiful view. I'm going to start this video now looking at the feasibility of the bridge and the alternative, because they're saying at the consultation that this bridge was never going to be used for traffic, but you never know. They could have changed their mind based on public outcry, to be honest. Now, I don't know which side they're going to build on, because you've got this bit here, which technically a road could go off the roundabout, sort of turn to the left a little bit, and then across here, and then all the way across here. Or, if you come to this side, you've got your roundabout a little bit to the right, and then across this wooded bit here, and across there where that car is just pulled up. I assume it could be this side, which seems a bit more plausible, but then either side you look, there's no room. There's no real room to give this bridge to breathe, or the houses opposite on this side, or this side. I don't really know which side is best. Because the crane's there, I'm assuming it's going to be this side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to superimpose a mock-up of a bridge that I think is going to go up on that side now. Oh no, Homes England has sent a helicopter to get me. Screw you. Go away, I'm not doing that wrong. As you can see by the mock-up, it's pretty much, I mean, I don't think it's going to be to this sort of scale, but imagine a bridge going across that close to, because this bridge is an example from Norton Bridge, not far from here. Yeah, and it'd be closer than that too. So you know, you've got to wonder how big this bridge is going to be. Yeah, so this is where the Burrows Bridge, hello train, this is where Burrows Bridge meets the main road. So it comes down here, and then you've got the roundabout here. So this existing road here, I'm assuming this whole layout is going to be replaced to enable this to happen. Let's see how far over I can get so I can get the whole thing in shot. As you can see, this whole grass bit could go, I reckon. So I think it's going to be cut through like this, or this is going to be rejigged and then fed into a road, either that side of the bridge, which I said before may be the case, or the other side with the crane. Now, judging by there's a garden right there, I do think it's going to be more this side. So there is scope for a road that way, but it'd be very, very tight to fit in. This road here is very, very, very busy at certain times of the day. I mean, at the moment it is about 2:30, so it's not so bad around here, but around the school opening times, yeah, it is. It's very, very busy. So I've arrived at Barnfield Avenue and I've just noticed this sign here. It's from the Environment Agency. It says keep out, no unauthorised access, risk of falling, risk of drowning. And it's literally a stream, like the ones near Sandymore. So why is this got protection around it with all this stuff, and the ones that up near Sandymore haven't, even though it's at more risk? Maybe you can tell me that. So around this area, we're coming up to a school, and there's lots of traffic calming measures in this area. What do you call them? Sleeping policemen? There's lots of that, but you've also got some of this as well, telling people to be careful really. And if this is going to be a main access point for the development that we're trying to stop, how the hell is it going to cope with all the extra traffic? People speeding along here. It's bad enough that the area is the way it is, but you can see the road network's got slow down, don't go fast, don't do this, don't do that. So these are the real problems right here. Traffic calming. Now these are the most annoying things ever. If you've ever been across these, and they're very, very difficult. They're sort of there and then they're not as well at the same time. It's just they're very awkward, and there's loads of these. I'm going to count actually how many there actually is in post editing, but they're all the way along in various degrees, like this, or the longer, thinner ones. Again, another patrol sign right here, just to illustrate that there's people around. Then you turn around to this way towards Runcorn East. You've got these signs 50 yards away. You're going to have to stop because there's a busway going across. So there's all sorts of things just in the way. And I'm not saying this road is inundated with cars right now, because it isn't. But at the same time, you can't deny that this area can't cope with tons and tons of extra cars. What was it again? The stats are that it's going to be like 1.5 cars per household, which, rubbish. That's just like 2 cars per household. And yeah, you've got a hell of a lot of extra cars just coming up and down here during rush hour, and it does get very busy during that time period. So there's an example of a I'm guessing it was a brownfield development, because it was basically a wasteland. There was nothing really much going on here. It wasn't green space or anything like that. Oh, hello sunshine, nice for you to show up. I mean, really nicely developed, nicely placed, nicely designed flats and houses. Work really well. There's Meadow Community Centre. So walking down, and this is the thing, right, without all the traffic calming measures, right, it may be okay, but because this area's got traffic calming measures in place, and that's for a very good reason, because people tend to bomb it down this road, and it's pretty stupid, pretty dangerous road too, even with the traffic calming measures. So, I mean, the traffic calming is sort of eased off now, like it did near the other school, but we are heading to one of the main stations, so that's probably why. Sort of close to Runcorn East now. Here is another wood, another nice wood that's been surrounded by houses. Ooh, what's going on down there? I can hear some noises. So let's just take a look what's going on down here. Look, there's a little like pond area too. Ooh, what are they up to down here then? Near Runcorn East, just right next to it, and I don't know what they're doing. They seem to be, I wonder if it's something to do with the station. I wonder if I can ask someone. It's always disheartening when you see a digger all amongst trees, isn't it? Because, you know, again, this used to be a part of a big wood, a lot of countryside, and then suddenly you've got a digger just digging it all up. It's so sad. See, this is what we need, a big banner that we can put up along here to say, enough's enough, stop the build, and a barcode. I wish they'd brought me posters up on this way now, because I haven't seen many posters up near Murdershore Way, and it impacts them too. So yeah, let's get that ball rolling, shall we? But they've been doing a lot of good renovations to Runcorn East, because it has been a bit of it's not really a good station. I mean, my son Jake always says, "Oh, it's a rubbish station. This doesn't even have a drinks machine or anything." And I think that the idea is that it will do at some point. Oh dear God! Look at all this. What's all this for? I wonder if they're making like a pathway to follow the railway. Yeah, it's easy for me to say railway, isn't it? So there's no one really to ask. Looks like there's loads of pipes, so maybe they're putting some more drainage around this way. Maybe it's something to do with what I just seen with the flood areas and what have you. Yeah, anyway, we're going back out now. So now we're going past the station. It's sunny that way, right? And it's really angry that way. So hopefully I can get the rest of this video done before, because, you know, it's bad enough that I have to split this video up to other days of the week. But now we're going to cross this road here. So Runcorn East, Murdershaw's that way. So we're going to twist and turn our way down this way. Now there's no pathway following this road now, so I have to sort of do a right turn. Now I'm going to let you in on a little secret here, because I know you're probably interested in how I do these videos. Now it's not been the best week. I've had to split making this video up into 3 over 3 days, because of things that have happened at home and life takes over, doesn't it? And because it's a very technical video, it's not like me just setting the camera up and then that's one shot. There's going to be multiple shots in doing this. So I need to split it over a number of days and then pull all that together. So this is day 3 of going out and about and being in all these locations and trying to get the right footage at the right time. The weather's changed too. I mean, like right now, it's just about to rain, and I don't want to go home so quickly because I need to get the last bit of footage for this video so I can articulate the points a bit better. There's going to be a lot of information to post, you know, while I'm editing, like maps and stuff, and that all takes time, which is annoying because it's only me who edits my videos. It's only me out here doing this, so it's tough to negotiate that sort of time to do it. And plus I've not been really good at time managing recently. The last 4 weeks has been up and down in temperament, and you need the energy to do this. I mean, it's not easy to come out and do this, and because a lot of the energy is in ignoring people who look at you in a weird way. Because, you know, talking to myself on the main road is a bit weird, isn't it? But yeah, anyway, I'm just about to head down to the main point of where the development hits. One thing to note is that the day I filmed at Burrows Bridge, because this is split, it'll be all in one video, but I filmed, because you've just seen that bit, but it was actually 2 days ago that I filmed it, and since then you've all asked the same questions about where the road's going to be to turn off and how it's going to work and stuff like that. That's the questions I asked too. Which road are we on now? I can't remember. Oh, Folkestone Drive. So this is the main roundabout where it comes down where we were before, the Runcorn East station. I couldn't follow that road, so I had to turn off a little bit, but now I'm back on it. You can see the roundabout here, and it turns off down this way to this bit, to where Burrows Bridge is right over there. This is a weird area when it comes to roads. So you've got all these off roads here that go up into closes and housing estates that are dead ends really. And as you follow this road down, Folkestone Drive, I'll put the map up in just a sec, you can see that it goes up to sort of the right slightly, but that's a dead end. It doesn't go anywhere. So the only road back down to Murdershaw, because there's 2 access roads you can go to get to this point where this new development's going, and it's only this one and the other one we've just been. Folkestone Drive, that's the housing estate over there with the dead end, as you can see. So really the only way to go is this way. Now this is the big problem lane now, called Marina Lane, and it's a single road. It's a single road. It's a pain in the bloody ass. Even now, it's not designed for more than 1 car at a time. So there's a car going down that way now, but there's chicanes that sort of stop it in its tracks, which is so annoying. I wonder if I can get down that way, or do I have to go all the way around? See, I can't even cross the road, it's that busy. Look at that there, canal right there. I mean, people always say that developments happen, and you know, we live in an area that's been developed, which is fine, but most of these areas are bungalows. They're for people who have retired, and just look at the view from here. You can just about hear the people banging away in the distance. But look at it, isn't it beautiful? So you've got all this area which is going to be houses, if they have the way. So all this will be houses, you won't be able to see anything but houses. All for the eye can see. There's Burrows Bridge. Hey, Burrows Bridge. And then you turn round and there's another bridge right there, where Marina Village is. So let's go down that way. Oh, tell you what, those clouds aren't looking too happy. Oh dear God. Tell you what, I suffer for this, don't I? I do wish people would bloody put their indicators on. They got run over a few times getting over that bloody road. So now I'm heading straight down the road of Marina Lane. Again, single track, only one car at a time. Chicanes, stopping. So there's no real room for expansion. And this is the thing. Homes England at the consultation were like, well, we haven't got to that bit yet. We're going to do feasibility studies. The one study they did it during lockdown. And then went, yeah, it's fine, but no one's driving, you bloody stupid. And this is the thing, why does it take so-called thickos like me to see that that's a problem? So there's an illustration of how windy and bendy it is. Only single track, you have to go very slow. So one of the main access points is not viable, which is the big issue, isn't it? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down this way and just show you around this area as well while I'm at it, because some people might not know this area. I do, because I used to work for kayak manufacturers, and I used to own a kayak myself, and I used to come down here quite often on my kayak and enjoy the peace and quiet. Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? And suddenly you're going to have tons more new homes down here. Now these are pretty interesting looking houses and flats and apartments and what have you. Pretty interesting, but they fit in well, don't they? If it had been me, I would have been against this too, back in the day. But I appreciate that you have to do development somewhere. And at least what they've done with these houses is try to make them a bit more fitting, a bit more excited, a bit more ambitious, not boring box houses or whatever. Now if you look over to there, so in the distance you can see all of Daresbury, all the labs, and part of that's going to go too, because it's going to be developments and stuff, and that's Redrow, which again I just don't think we can actually stop. Really stupid. It gets me down every time I do these videos, you know, it really does, because this area, Runcorn in particular, can do so much better than this. There's so much potential in Runcorn that it's sad to see it not being done properly, do you know what I mean? I'm recording this on Friday morning, so I've been recording this over a couple of days, as I said. So today, the results of the election, the by-election for Halton Castle have been announced, and disappointingly, it's Labour hold again, which is, it's disappointing. It's very disappointing, because you've got, yet again, people voting for the same people and then wondering why things are shit. Do you know what I mean? What does it take for people to vote a different way, or to give someone else a chance? The Greens did quite well, and hopefully get some votes somewhere in May, but please, for God's sake, Halton, get your ass in gear and start voting differently. Anyway, look at this. Beautiful, isn't it? Hello, duckies. So at least this lot around here have got nature right on the doorstep, so that's something, isn't it? I don't think Marina Village is in any danger, to be fair. I just want to clarify that. I don't think. Oh, sorry, ducks, I scared you. Excuse. I don't think Marina Village is in any danger. I did hear a rumour that they were going to move it at some point, or develop around it, or whatever. I think the big point what I'm trying to make with the by-election is that it was a good opportunity, even if you're a Labour supporter, just to change one councillor, to show your disdain for the lack of vision for this town. I mean, look at the place. I mean, I find it very funny that the papers ran up to the by-election stories about, oh, we're going to redevelop Palace Fields and redevelop this and redevelop that, just in time for people to go, oh, maybe Labour are doing something good for the town. Tick. It'd be interesting to see when this happened. I just feel like banging my head against a brick wall with Halton. Sometimes I think that the people of Halton deserve everything they get, because they don't change anything. They just moan about it and they don't change it. It's so frustrating. Oh, look what I found. It's my original poster. It's actually done really well. It's actually held up pretty well in the weather. So maybe put another one right here, an A4 one. We're looking at doing vinyl ones, vinyl posters. I'm near Go Kayak Northwest, which is Piranha Moulding's place. I used to work at that, so I know the area pretty well from this point. So if you turn around this way and keep going, another poster on the bin over there. You guys are really great, really great. The support that I've had has been brilliant. I'm going to have to really put some more posters up around here too, because this area is going to be affected more than most, really, with this road. So Marina Lane. Now there's no traffic calming measures around here, but this is one way, so people have to sort of chicane in and out. See? Oh no, that's toads. I was going to make a big point, but no. So single lane traffic, so there you go. A bit further, oh look, there's another poster. Oh god, I love you lot. Really good. But we need to get those replaced though. We're going to start a GoFundMe. What road's this? Mercer Avenue, is it? Let's wait for this car to go, I don't want to think I'm filming in. But it does this, it snakes around. Again, single lane traffic as a traffic calming measure from the expressway for near the Aldi. And it snakes around traffic calming, traffic lights, single lane, and feeds down towards Marina Lane here. What the hell can we do? Because you've got this way that goes past Aldi, then goes round this way, and then you've got the other way. Actually no, Aldi, so you've got a big roundabout, then you've got Aldi, then you come down, and then you've got, what do you call it? Oh yeah, then it stops near Holton Haven, but then splits off into two, so you can either go this way, or you can go the other way, which is the way I showed you before, Barnfield Avenue area, which has got traffic calming too. And if you've ever been up a taxi that way, do you know that you don't want to go past the school or anything, because it costs you more because of all the traffic calming. And you've got that way, which is limited to one lane, so both ways don't work. And then you've got the other way, which is a purpose-built road to go down to Sandymore Phase 2, which leads to again single lane. So it goes down from the main road, Wimble Hill Avenue. Is it Wimble? Yeah, Wimble Hill Avenue East, I think it's called. And then you go towards it. There's a left turn down. It's actually blocked off at the moment. It's for traffic. I'll put some posters up right here in videos. And what that is it's for construction at the moment. They're doing a little bit of construction here and there, and basically that road snakes down past down to the new Sandymore development, but it's not open to traffic, and it will eventually be what's single lane traffic leading into the new development, which is planning on being, but apparently it's going to be a traffic light system. So again, that's not viable either. So what is the primary route for either Sandymore Phase 2 and Walford Farm development? Where is the main road to these developments? Because none of these routes in make any sense when it comes to big traffic measures. they're all too slow. So nearly 1,000 new properties in that area aren't going to be serviced by a main route. Just backlogs of single lanes and traffic arms. It's not very viable, is it? And I think that's the main point, really. That the point of this video is it's illustrating that when you go, no matter which route you take in from the main expressway, you're going through chicanes, single routes, single lanes, traffic arming to slow you down, and you've got it's an absolute pain in the ass. And the only free-flowing route that you can come through to get to Walford Drive is if either you use that single lane option again through I'll put the picture up as well, which is going to be through the railway arches, past into that spot. Either it's there, which doesn't work again, or you put a primary road leading north towards the Red Road development on Daresbury, which apparently they're not going to do because it costs too much money. So just on the road network alone, it doesn't work. Just walk past Folston Drive and you can see right in the distance through that housing, just the view that's just about to be demolished. This area is so nice when you look at it, and all this extra bit now is going to go. And do people even care? They're joining groups, they are signing petitions, but yet again not voting any differently, and essentially leaving it to other people to sort out. I'm back at Burrows Bridge now, and I was looking a bit again at this, the only feasible route in. So you've got the roundabout there, the crane on this side. The only route I can see for a new road is off the roundabout here and down this way through these bushes and across. I'm sure there's wildlife in this spot, you know, like birds and nesting and stuff, so we've wondered if there's any way we can, you know, protect this part. I think someone's already said this in the comments, but this bit here, I know it's got wildlife in it, I know it has, so we just need to prove it. I wonder if the wind has taken down this sign, because this used to be a barcode and now it's not there anymore. That's a shame. See, that's the big problem with posters. It's hard to keep them up, isn't it? Because if you're going to spend money on vinyl ones or weatherproof ones, and then someone rips them down because they don't want to support it, or the wind takes it or whatever, that's the problem, isn't it? I've gone up and down the necessary roads. I need to prove my point, and yeah, I am a bit frustrated, and I'm getting a bit more apathetic now, because to me, I feel like no matter what I say and do, or anyone else on this group, or the movement itself, I feel as if I'm shouting to nothing, that I'm talking to no one. Even though people are present on the on the petitions and on the group, I don't see any physical action of change. All I see is people voting the same, which enables them to do the same things over and over again. But all I see is people just getting on with their lives and not really putting boots on the ground and doing what they need to do. And it's so sad. It's really sad, because we could do so much better than that. Look at the group on the Save Oglet and the stuff they're doing up down there in Speak. Fantastic movements being made there. And here we're doing as best we can on our own, but we need more people on the streets talking and going door to door, talking to their neighbours. I think the big indication was when the voting today, which has come back as again Labour hold, which is so disheartening, because you'd think people had learnt the lesson by now, but obviously not. People of Halton are just I just think you reap what you sow, and there's only so many times I can say enough's enough. You've got to make it enough. But anyway, so I've looked around, I've showed the road network that's unsupported for this development, and yet they're still going to go ahead and probably push this through anyway. See all the original mechanisms all sat here. The crane as well. Oh, look at that litter. It's alright, mate, we'll save you. What's this here? What does this mean? Does anyone know what this means? ID number. Wonder if that means anything. But again, an illustration of why Runcorn doesn't look after anything and why they're so hesitant to do anything to help themselves either. I'll tell you what, I'm going to make this my usual spot for videos. This is quite nice, this, isn't it? It's out of the way of pedestrians too, it's all out of the way. I'm going to leave the video there now. I've showed the traffic, I've showed the road network, I've illustrated the point that no matter which way to this area here that is being developed, no matter which way you try and get to it, it's single lanes, it's traffic calming, it's too narrow, and that's for the traffic now. Another 1,000 homes with Sandy Moor included? Nah, it's not going to work, is it? And that's just based on the road network. There's so many issues with this development that we need to address. The road network on its own should make it unsuitable. The Environment Agency's own report, which I brought up at the last parish council meeting, about how, in their own words, we should stop developing in wildlife, we should work with it and support ecosystems. And yet Homes England are, not just Homes England, but Environment Agency are disrupting ecosystems, redirecting them, altering them. How does that stack up with COP26? So you've got Homes England saying build houses, that's it. You've got Environment Agency, we'll plan against, we'll work with Homes England to destroy it, but then manage the risks after. And you've got the Halton Council knowing that existing residents are going to be disrupted by the road network, just going, as long as the homes are built and we meet our national targets. When all this is gone and we've got nothing left, and then everyone in these houses around here going, oh, we've got no amenities, no wildlife, no... We did warn you, but you don't care. Anyway, sign a petition. Start supporting people like the Green Party. Start supporting different people who can help change something. Halton, what's the matter with you? Enough's enough. Thank you. See you in a bit.